Dave, what can you say about what Matt Sauer did for you guys, considering where your bullpen's been since Sunday?
I can't say enough about his performance. Got his first major league win, which was great, and to chew up 5 innings was big, efficient. We needed every bit of it, considering, you know, as you said, where our pen is at, the leverage guys, and with another game to play, then going into 10 in a row. So what Matt did today picked us up big time.
It turned out to be lopsided, but how big was it to come back with 3 against Alcantara after they scored in the first inning?
It was big, you know, and he's Sandy's on his way back. You know, he's coming off Tommy John, and he's a guy that we really respect, and he's still trying to find his footing. But to be able to, you know, score 3 runs after we gave up 2 early says a lot about the offense and where we're at, and then to continue to tack on and, you know, get some starters out of the game, to stay away from some other leverage guys was big and puts us in a good spot for tomorrow.
Dave, you talked about Friday, you're talking about finding the offensive identity and getting back to consistency, and how much, there was obviously a lot of runs tonight, but the 8 walks, how much was that nice to see?
It's who we are. It's I think the last, I don't know how many games, but, you know, just recently, it just seems like team-wise, we're being the starter, we're creating stressful innings, we're taking walks, situationally we've been good. And this is all the while, a few guys are still just trying to find their footing and getting on track. And so this is what we potentially can do. And you just give yourself a fighting chance when you can kind of hit those at-bats.
How did that click back into place? Is it just as simple as guys like Teo and Andy sort of getting going, just opening the floodgates in a sense, or is it one of those things where like things kind of, there's conversations like that that open things back up again?
You know, I don't know exactly, but I will say I think that there is some type of commonality in Andy and Teo's success together. They certainly have a big brother, little brother relationship, and you know, Teo obviously has established himself as an all-star and has been a mentor to Andy, and so for Andy to perform, there is a little something of, you know, I'm still the big brother, and I still, you know, I'm still the guy, you know, and I don't know, it's obviously friendly, but I do think that those guys are continuing to push each other, which is fun to watch.
Does the lineup feel just, you know, that much longer now that everything kind of is clicking, you know, compared to when, like, the bottom 3 were kind of, you know, scuffling?
It does, and you know, it's one of those things where you're trying to, and I'm trying to weigh sometimes, you know, the value of having the guys at the top be your best hitters or your hottest hitters, to having guys at the bottom bleed into the guys at the top, you know, so there's kind of I'm still trying to think through it and playing with sort of, you know, 6 through 9 and trying to figure out what makes sense, because, you know, there are guys that have to hit 9th, 4th for us or 8th, and they wouldn't for any other ball club. But it's kind of my thought in how to sort of, again, bleed into the top of the order too. So it's not an exact science, and you can see I'm kind of toying with it, you know, each week sort of.
How much of a tone setter is that when Shohei just destroys basically the first pitch of the game?
It's a big tone setter. I think, you know, we feed off of Shohei. It's certainly at the top of the order, and for him to, you know, make it a 1-run ball game after the first pitch that their starter throws certainly gets some life into our offense, and we just took it from there. But yeah, when he's going, you can see, you know, our offense sort of follows suit.
It was also that home run is also the first one as a father.
Yeah, that's it was good. I didn't realize that. That's right. So I'm sure he's gonna hit a lot more as a father, but yeah, I mean, he's been swinging the bat well, so he was gonna hit another homer here.
Was this more of a step in the right direction for McGee tonight, just how the last couple weeks have gone?
It was, especially that last at bat. Squared up a ball, driving in a couple runs, and you know, I think sometimes when you're struggling, you just want things to fall and hit some outfield grass, and he did that tonight twice, and he just looked a lot better at the plate, and so, you know, hopefully it's something he can build on taking into tomorrow.
You have some PFP planned for Kike?
Yeah, he's the one who gets on our pitchers when they don't come to first base. So there was some banter, some ribbing going on from those pitchers to Kike tonight.
The helmet get caught in his eyes or something?
I don't know. So helmet, the glasses, I don't know what it was, or just kind of the whole song and dance of him being out there. So I don't know what distracted him.
Thanks.
Thanks, guys.